Just want to make sure I'm in focus because guess what? Focus on me! Woo! Hello, I'm Styleboy and welcome to my world, and also welcome to like the 130 of you or more who have decided to subscribe. Honestly, it means the world, so thank you guys so much. That Dua Lipa video, keep blowing up, she's doing her thing, and I'm like secretly fangirling over my own video. If that makes any sense. I just wasn't expecting this like amount of love and comments and all this stuff, and it excites me. It makes me go like, oh, thank you guys so much. My goal by the end of this year to either hit 3 or 5K, so I'm just gonna manifest it and it's gonna happen. I believe it will, so it's going to. Today, the day this comes out, is a very special day for me because, drumroll please, it is International Autism Awareness Day, and if you did or did not know, I have autism. I have Asperger's syndrome to be exact, and I've made videos about it. It'd be quite good just to raise awareness for it today. I think it's just honestly a good one to talk about. So I asked you guys on Instagram, which by the way, if you're not following me, it's Styleboy Esposito159. I feel like today is like the perfect day to talk about it, and I honestly love talking about it. And if you'd love to hear about or even like learn about it, comment down below, share this video because you'd be raising awareness for autism. Yes, you would, little boo, little boo. And make sure you do subscribe because it honestly would mean like the world to me if you did, so thank you. And without further ado, let's start with these questions. The first question is from Captain J, and he asks, does your autism spectrum make it hard for you to understand certain social norms and dynamics? I would say yes. So I have, again, like I said, like Asperger's syndrome, and it's to do a lot of it with social cues, like sarcasm, jokes, like I don't really get. Like that's one major part of it. I would so agree with that. Like I don't get some things. I wouldn't do that, so why would someone else do that? I try to understand other people's perspectives, totally, but if I wouldn't do something, then why would someone else do that? That's like what constantly comes into my head. But I guess also the other stuff like making people jealous, like within relationships, and brings up heat. I'm like, no, I just don't get that. Like to me, I don't see that as all that's kind of like flirty and fun. I just see that as you're just being rude and you don't like me. I don't see stuff with like that intent. I see that a lot of the time with face value. So like making people jealous, or that kind of whole like taking the piss, joking around with your friends, like kind of being rude. Like I don't do that because I don't get it. Obviously I get like some things like it's kind of funny, but like some things I just don't. I've always seen that as being mean, so I don't see that as being nice. The next one is from Celine FX, which asked me 2 questions. So I'm gonna start with the first one, which was something you think that people without autism should know. That is a spectrum and that we're all different with autism. Kind of like something you should know. Like for example, I have very high functioning autism. A lot of people have low functioning autism. A lot of other people have high functioning autism but are not the same as me. So it's in that kind of way, get to know us. With things about autism, don't get to just know like the basis of our autism. So like, okay, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. No. Get to know me, because like there are things that might affect me that might not affect another high functioning person with autism. And also another thing that we are more than our autism. I am much more than that. Like get to know me also. Like I just want to say get to know the person, because you'll understand those things. I'm not just autistic. Like I have autism, but I'm Steph. There's so much you have to know about me. That's what I'm saying, like get to know me, because then you'll get to know things that I like and things about my autism. What's the best thing about having autism? Ooh, I think it's being observant, but it's kind of a weird thing for me. It can come to like your like pride, possession, and your detriment, but when you're super observant, you just know things. Like even if it's like you don't know what to do, you notice it. So when you do have to deal with it, again, like you notice it, you're like, right, I can do that. So for example, like with emotions, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you kind of know how you feel. So when you do feel overwhelmed, you can kind of deal with it quicker. Or you just notice little things around and you kind of go, that's what I would say, like noticing little things, like sounds and like things. So it makes you kind of deeply appreciate other stuff. So for example, like sound is very big for me. If you did not know, with autism, or specifically Asperger's syndrome, with me specifically, I can get quite overwhelmed with like noises and things around, sight and noise and stuff like that. So for me, when I listen to music, I have like such a deep appreciation for it, because like I A, get lost in the world of it, but also B, because it's like you notice all these like little technical details. It adds to stuff and it makes you appreciate stuff more. Another thing that's really good is that I've become really self-reflective because of it, because I've had to grow a lot. And like I know for a lot of people it's like, oh, it's pretty gradual because it's growing up. For me, it's not just growing up, it's also that like I've had to learn around the world very quickly. I'm pretty sure other people have. I'm not just saying it's just me with autism. I'm saying there's other people without autism who are the same, but like you learn a lot of stuff quicker. Not quicker, but you learn stuff that will benefit you more. more and you understand more in certain ways deeper. That's it. Like, although you might make like 50 mistakes along the way, you like when you do it, like you're acing at it. Like, I'm not kidding you. The next one is from Renal Castelio. So you asked your question, so describe your autism in 3 words. I tried to do this and I was struggling to find the words because I would say like it's too different from like a child to like now. Like, it's a very different thing. So if I'm gonna describe my autism as a child, I would say in 3 words it was dramatic, fun, developing. And as an adult, I would say it is emotional. I think it's also part magical because of the way I view the world. I try to see the positive in everything. And I would say overwhelming because it can get a lot. And how is it as a child? For me, I don't know, because I would say it was good. Like, I had a good childhood. Of course, there were things that like I went through that not an ordinary child went through. So for example, like I struggled to eat in the dinner hall with all the lunches because I hate the sound of crisps. And I'm not kidding you, like in year 2, they tried to make me eat in there and I would literally kicking and screaming, like, I'm not eating in here. No, like obviously like a lot more high pitched. And the teachers tried because at the end of the day, like it's quite hard to do. You can't tell every single kid don't come in with crisps because of me. Dealing with certain emotions, especially like a young teen. But there's also like a magical moment. So for example, like becoming infatuated and stuff. Like my Sims, for example. Like I used to own a Wii. I still love the Wii. I need a Wii in my life. So I became like infatuated and obsessed with my Sims. That was such a fun game and I used to adore it. I became obsessed with Miley Cyrus, Pixie Lott. They were literally my childhood. Taylor Swift, which I mean, has that obsession gone? No. Are we mad at that though? Of course not. SpongeBob, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I have obsessions over stuff like that. Like Playmobil as well. Noddy. So I used to love those kind of things. That's why I'm saying it's also magical, because also I was a very happy child. I mean, I'm still very happy now, but especially as a kid, I used to be so happy and joyful. And the nice thing about it, which I like seeing then and now, is that I enjoy my own company. Like as a kid, I did find it really hard to make friends, like especially in primary schools. It was nice that like I was happy by myself, just doing me. To me, it was a pretty good childhood. I really enjoyed it. Next is from RXRX_ZRX. She asked, are there certain behaviors that you've had to learn to adapt and control to blend in? Oh, yeah, straight up, yeah. But like that's why I'm like kind of like 50-50, because like part of it is like just me growing up. So for example, like the crisps, and another thing I still hate to this day is the smell of McDonald's. I used to say it was like a fear, but now I know it's just like a massive discomfort. Like I've had to grow and adapt it, because at the end of the day, like especially at work, it's kind of annoying to constantly be like, oh sorry, you can't eat that. So that's like one thing. I've definitely had to adapt certain things, which that makes me like really paranoid sometimes. Like I'm not gonna deny, sometimes I do overthink if I don't do one thing. You just become aware, and when stuff happens in life, like you just become aware of things and you tend to overthink. So definitely I think from adapting, I've had to overthink. I don't think I've had to adapt to blend in or to fit in. I'm always gonna be me. Next from Bonjour Ada. Hey Kendall. You said, what is the biggest obstacle that someone would easily do but you have trouble doing? Definitely being overwhelmed and dealing with that. Like so that's hands down. Because I know people can get overwhelmed when it's very busy, but like a lot of people kind of either instantly take action, or what they do is that they just know what to do and they have a coping mechanisms. Not that I don't, but like I deal with it very differently, and also it takes a long while to process. So for example, like even if you try doing the like coping mechanisms, it will take a while for me to get out of it. 100%, that's one thing. Secondly, this whole like self-isolation thingy. For me, to be honest, I'm still kind of dealing with it. Like that's mixed feelings, and it can be a lot to deal with. I ain't gonna deny to you. Very much emotions, like hands down emotions is something that I take a longer while to deal with. And also if I'm fearful or something. So I guess those things. Okay, so we got one last question, which is from my good friend Mikey. And he says, how has your life been since having autism? Has it been hard? Okay, so with autism, the thing is you don't ever lose it, and it's not like you gain it either. You just get diagnosed with it. So I've always been autistic, but I got diagnosed when I was 4. Because the thing is, like, I don't know if I could be like it's hard or easier, because at the end of the day, like I've always had autism. autism. So for me, like, I wouldn't be able to know if it was like more difficult or more easy because I haven't experienced life without autism. So for me, I would be like, my life's been pretty good so far. It's been a bit emotional at times, I ain't gonna deny, but definitely it's been a good life. I'm obviously excited to live more. There are obviously some hard parts, but there's other people who face hardship all the time. And there are other things, regardless of my autism, that are hardship, full stop. I would say I've been through a hardship, definitely, based off other stuff like just me in general, my sexuality, the way I dress, the way I act. There's definitely been some hardships within that, with bullying or people taking advantage of me or fake friends or stuff like that. Like, I've definitely experienced that, but I wouldn't be like it's a hard thing because they're just, at the end of the day, they are lessons. Like, you just learn from them. Obviously, I'm not saying I want to go and relive them. No. But I'm just saying they do help you grow and they do help you get to who you are now. And I am so happy with me right now. And I wouldn't change me. I'm obviously still growing. Like, there's still so much I have to learn and I'm like fully aware with that. But at the same time, like, I am me. And I am so proud of me for getting so far and becoming the person that I am. I am so proud of self-expression. I'm so proud of my channel. I'm so proud of making autistic content. I am so proud of celebrating my sexuality and celebrating my self-identity. I am so proud of what I've made within garments and videos and stuff like that. I'm so proud of everything I've done. I'm so proud of the growth I've been through. I am so proud of who I am. Even seeing me as a kid, I bet you me as a kid would be looking at me now and be like, wow, look at him go. I hope he's proud. I hope little 7-year-old Steph or 8 or whatever is proud of me because I'm proud of myself. I don't know, I just wanted to end on like a really good note, okay? And like I said, please share this video because guess what? You might be benefiting someone with autism. That sounds so wrong. You might make someone with autism's day. So please like, subscribe, share, specifically share. You know what to do and I shall see you guys very, very soon. Cheers, adios, goodbye people, goodbye.